Just realised I've got pit home.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'm just driving away and we're chatting. I'm not even paying any attention to my
Well, I'm definitely distracting y'all, but
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's where I'm claiming right now.
well, I think that's where we try to train that way because it needs to be that way during the race. You have to be able to get input but there's some guys like Ken likes to have it quiet. Respect.
See you later.
See you, buds.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Getting ready to start my third and final stint here. The overnight group was exciting. They had a couple more wrecks. We had about 50 minutes of
sort of
repairs.
You'd
so
want to talk to like
falling back to
troops
30th
before they go to battle.
Yeah,
Enthusiastic.
yeah, Milt's awesome. He's a good guy.
No, he sounds awesome. I'd love to go. I want to go for a drink with Milt.
Yeah, that'd be
I've
fun.
decided, after that conversation.
That'd be fun.
He'd be good on a night out, I reckon.
So we've fallen back to 29th place.
I think the other French guy they just put in the car's quite quick as well. I don't think they're going to put the slow guy back in.
Well, I'll go as fast as I can while conserving fuel.
It's hard for me to know how many laps I did on that stint because I missed 5 of the laps with slowdowns through the last chicane. But you don't need to worry about slowdowns because the car's so slow it takes them automatically. So there's a hint.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's great.
That's it, go!
Yeah, it helps. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So the car's a little bit off pace. I think we were running 404s
think I
with
did
John in the
15.
car, and John's been the
No, I
fastest
did 14.
driver this year. So
After all that, I only did 14 fucking laps. You know what? I was 2 seconds lap quicker when I wasn't saving.
2 seconds.
Ish. I did have to say it. Hang on a minute. I did 3 stints. It's really confusing me.
Right side.
No, I did 14 on the stint before. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did it have any damage?
4.9.
Okay. Nah, 14's the most you're going to get out of it. And that was pretty marginal at the end, actually. And I was saving like fucking crazy all the way through that.
So at this point, and really throughout the whole race, it's been all about finishing. So we're gonna try to have a couple of clean fuel runs here. Hand it off to John to go back and finish.
I need to work this out. Oh shit, it hasn't been updated for a while. Fuck, when did you just go out? 10:41 minus 5. Dude, is it like 5 AM there?
Yeah, it's 5:41. I got in at 5:39, say.
Oh, fuck. Rather you than me. So... that's about on schedule, in fact. And then... yeah, if you run a double, then I've got maybe 2 and a bit to go to the end. That's alright, isn't it?
Gonna have to do a splash either way.
No, we won't. No, the third stint is at least a 20-minute stint, so there's no way around it really, no matter what you do. So when did I get in the car? I don't know how to find this out. There's no one to look at, and I certainly didn't fucking look at.
That's the bad thing about being by yourself and not having somebody here to watch. Should have got here a bit earlier, I
Yeah.
guess.
I was hoping Ken would have filled it out when he left, but I think he was a bit disillusioned.
He might have been
Well, I
done.
think he feels a bit bad about it as well. I think he should though. I mean, it's a mistake I've nearly made about 100 times in this race. It's a mistake I think everyone's nearly made, just getting loose through there. That's a mistake you did make, in fact. Actually, it's so easy when you're trying to straightening out through that corner just to nick the wall. I did it a couple of times on that stint. 11 minutes is ridiculous for that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be 11 minutes.
Right, so I did 3 stints. I did 13 laps on the first one. What lap is it now? We can work back. .191 and then 204. And Jerry got in on. He was in 2 on 6, 2 on 7. Joe came in again on.
Car's definitely a little bit off pace, mostly between 5th and 6th gear.
230. Then he went out again on. Shit, he ran. Yeah, he ran a stint and a half, and then the car got wrecked by that dickhead. No, he was out on 230. He only 12 laps. I think that's right. When I came in, we were technically 29. Bit harsh giving you that 29th place because we only got it on the pit cycle, but whatever. That's what we need to do.
Right.
You know what? I'm going to put 30th.
All you can do is get it as close as you can.
30th is more realistic because they've gone past us because we were in the pits. So you can't be blamed for that positional loss in any way. So, I must have gone out in 2, 3, 5.
Yeah, this thing's about 13 miles per hour off pace. Going down the first section of Mulsanne. And that was with a tow.
Yeah. Don't worry if you can't get 14 laps out of it. It is a real stretch and it makes you so slow. And actually, we don't need to save fuel anymore. We don't need to, actually.
I'll run the best pace I can then.
Even if we all do 13, yeah, which would be amazing, obviously. But I think we've got enough to get to the end. I don't think the French guys will. So if we can stay within a pit stop of them, we're going to jump them.
I'm pacing with the 6th place car right now, through at least through the turns. Long straightaways, he's got us.
Yeah. That's it. I think the car, there's so much grip, isn't there? I think a lot of these guys are going to be saving fuel with working back from the end as well.
Probably.
Shit, I don't know what lap I came in because of all the slowdowns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 13. It's not easy backfilling the spreadsheet.
Morning, Mom.
Right, and then in. $260.
You're a little bit quicker than him through there.
No, I think
It's a bummer we've got this damage and had these issues because we actually were pretty quick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's loads of grip in the track.
It's crazy. I shouldn't really say I wish we had a clean car, just
Yeah.
to know what we could do, you know? Because we could be setting some really fucking fast times here.
Yeah, we could.
Last time I saw you just about nailed the last chicane. Something which has taken me 3 weeks to do, and you've done in 3 hours, so... And you went at 275. You know
Yeah.
what?
It's 275.
The stint banks are all fucked up, but... Let's call it 30. 30.
I've got a set of Hissingfeld pedals to hook up for the next race.
Ooh.
That just came in.
That's cool.
That should make a pretty big difference.
Oh yeah, I mean... Everything I've read is worth at least a second a lap. like having a proper high quality brake. I'm tempted not to go down that route, but definitely to upgrade my G29 pedals for something. Like, we said down just like 5 seconds? Fuck it, I'll put 5.
What's that?
The damage from
4.9.
the car. 4 point. I'll call it 5. Fuck it. Fuck it.
That works.
It's done now. It's done now. Given that there are 1 minute 4 seconds behind the person in front and a lap ahead of the one behind. These are small map. Right. So that stint time's not quite right. I would say he came in. If I take that back 58 minutes. I'm gonna put 59 minutes. I know why spreadsheet broke.
It's broke again.
It's something that pleases me. I'm gonna fix it. I'm not anal or anything about these things. Oh no. I think I'd have been doing 59 minutes for a 14 lap stint with this car. Actually, let's call it 58 because that's what we say it is.
If you guys are just joining, throw something in the chat there. Hope everybody's doing good this morning.
And then we're saying 54 minutes without 13 laps.
Got to have your morning coffee.
Alright, that's as good as I can get this. That was not a 13 lap stint though. I fucked that up.
It was 14.
I must have no.
Right side.
Good, I had to save like crazy to make 14 laps with this car in the state it's in. Because it doesn't carry speed the same way, you have to be on the throttle all the time because it's fucked. So
Right.
it's really hard to save fuel. Fuck. I only just... Yeah, I did 13. Stats don't lie. Fuck. Right, it's fixed.
Until we mess it up again.
Oh yeah. And let's get that right. Right, let's go back to Ken. How many laps did he do? Did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Times are all wrong. 12 a.m. How's that 75-minute stint?
Car on your right. Clear.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Car on your right. Stay right there. Clear to the right.
Yeah, we're down on straightaway speed. Even with the slipstream, we're down.
That one's not right.
Got about 9 more laps of fuel left.
Yeah. Okay.
Car on your right. Clear to the right.
Yeah. I would add, you have to push like fuck to get down to a 4-2. You have to, you have to break past the 100-meter boards on the Mulsanne.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. I'm in like 404s.
It's because you can brake, so you have to basically readjust all your braking zones. Took me a few laps.
We're getting killed on the straightaways.
To be honest, it's probably really not worth it. The French guys seem to have put a fast guy in again.
Of course.
I want them to put the other guy back in, the really slow, what's he called? Fucking Lassonneur Francois. He's shit. Why can't they put him in the car? There's loads of them though. There's 6 of them. No, 5 of them. So they don't have to put him back in, and they probably won't, will they?
Probably not.
We made up so much time on them. But then I realised I drove out the pit without repairing 40 seconds of the damage from before. I just like got tired and just drove off.
Thank you, mate.
I shouldn't have waited for it really. Don't worry about slowing down, you don't need to. Ever. In fact, it might actually be worth working out where we can cut the corners best. The one onto the Mulsanne might be worth cutting like hell.
Because we lose the time down the straights.
Exactly. You're never going to get the slowdown penalty. Don't know if you want to do some experiment. Given we've run out of things to play for here except hoping other people crash. Hoping the French crash particularly. It's harsh, isn't it? I mean, I've got nothing against Frenchmen. Most of them.
We're
I love
still
those
so
styles.
good through the corners, and we just get left. As soon as we get out of the corners, we just left in the dust.
It'll be nice when they have the new damage model. I mean, I don't mind taking more damage when it's more realistic. The engine damage is stupid. 'Cause in reality, you'd spend 30 minutes fitting a new nose, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But the engine would still be fine. And if it wasn't, you just replace the engine. It's not going to be, you know, slightly slower.
Right.
And the new damage model does that. It doesn't have engine damage in the same way, which I like.
Yeah, that should help. I don't mind being punished for hitting things, but if you barely hit something, you shouldn't have the result that we
Right.
had.
It punishes you more for hitting things. But, you know, the punishment's always reversible. So, like, your 11 minutes would probably still be 11 minutes with the new damage model. But once it's fixed, the car will be fine. Because when you think about it, if in reality you brush a wall at that speed, probably would, like, knock the toe out, you damage your wheel, could put the tyre down. I think they're trying to recreate that a little bit. But get rid of engine damage. Engine damage is stupid and harsh and painful. I'd rather sit in the pits and then have a car that was half decent
Yeah, I agree.
and drive a jalopy. It's still kind of fun to drive though, right? I mean, it's not like... It's not awful to drive.
Yeah, even the way it is now, it's not brutal. I mean, it's not fast, but
I mean, if it wasn't for the other cars, you wouldn't know it was ruined.
right.
You'd be like, oh, this is how fast this car goes, okay. The fact that people are just bobbing by you on every straight, and all that.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Okay, I've changed the log. Complete 40 seconds of repairs to previous instance. 10 miles per hour down, otherwise fine. There you go.
That works.
Sums it up, right? Yeah. 2 wheels have fallen off, otherwise perfect.
Right side. Clear.
I think we'll get a whole lot of donkey bot credit for finishing this one off. We had agreed to give up though, but then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take it out and see if it's any good. It
I'm
was
glad
alright.
you did. I can use the I
Yeah.
rating, the safety rating.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, if we park it, we'll end up like 40th or whatever, and then it will kill the I rating as well. We'll probably go up to a B after this.
Yeah, I should jump up. That was only a C. I literally last second C because that's what I spent my week doing.
Yeah, that's hell of a grind getting to 4, especially on roads. It's a bit easier on oval, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I did it because when I went up to A class in oval, I just got promoted to B and it was week 13, and I realised that if I got my safety rating up to 3 and passed the participation thing, because of a quirk of iRacing, I'd get promoted again. So I did it. I just did it. I ran 4 B races in a week at Michigan, B Open. And they were really long races as well. They were like 150 laps. It was such a grind. But I actually did well in there. Yeah, all I
Michigan's
need to
brutal
do, though-
too. That's a boring track.
It was alright. It used to be better because the cars used to have less downforce. I mean, the Xfinity car I was driving then drives like the Cup car does now,
Right.
which shows how fucking easy those things are to drive now. I mean, when I started in Iracing in 2017, they had this low downforce package that they had in real life, and that was a brutal thing to drive. I mean, it was loose. You were loose in the tri-ovals. You couldn't go flat through tri-ovals after about 20 laps on tyres. The thing was all over the place.
Yeah, that's the most unrealistic thing about this game is how loose you get on straightaways
Yeah.
and the ovals.
Yeah. Yeah, so the car's not planted at all, is it?
No.
Is it not like that at all when you drive them?
Yeah, real cars not like that at all. The road courses are pretty realistic, but the ovals, they're awful.
Really? I think the racing's more fun, but I didn't realise how far off it was.
But you know the game that this game was created by, the NASCAR 2003 season, Papyrus
Yeah.
game. The ovals are more realistic in that game. I still play
They
that game.
They keep messing around with the tire model, that's why. They never got it right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right.
I played Indianapolis 500, the Papyrus one, back in the day.
Yeah, that's what I started
I
with.
thought sure it's all based on that. Yeah, I know. Did you ever complete it with a mouse?
No.
Because I did. I did that with a mouse. I sat in my room when I was a teenager for hours trying to complete that game with a mouse. 200 laps of Indianapolis. With the damage on. I think it took me about 4 years to manage it. There's not many people that can say they've won the Indy 500 in that game.
No, you're right. Have you run it in this?
Oh yeah. I love it. Indy's my favourite track. I love it.
I'm gonna run it next year.
I finished 11th. I should have got a top 5 really, but I short pitted. I pitted off sequence, or I stayed out when everyone else pitted, and because I was up front, I got off sequence, and then there wasn't a caution for about 100 laps. So every time you're back on sequence, you're paying for caution. It never happened. And then I ended up looking up, entering pit lane, and got a speeding penalty, which fucking paid for everything.
Did you run open?
Yeah, I did both actually. But I just used the PDS setup. I think the open race is better.
That's the nice thing about this group too, is they have some decent setups.
Yeah. I signed up to PDS just because I wanted to know. I didn't know whether the reason I was slow in the GTE car was because I didn't have a setup or because I was slow. Turns out a little bit of both. As I suspected, but
Yeah, you've been faster than me here.
these are tough cars to get on top of. I can't give this much practice to every track on the calendar, sadly.
I wish I could have given this track practice this week.
Oh, nothing else to do.
My stint 1 was practice.
You could tell because of like how you were literally getting better at it every single corner. I think the last sector's the one that tells the men from the boys, especially that last chicane. When you nail that, you gain so much time.
Yeah.
It must be worth a second and a half, 2 seconds a lap. saying. I ran some practice laps with Ken, and that was literally the only difference between us was that chicane.
Really?
Yeah. But, it takes a lot of fucking work to get right. That's why I was impressed you nailed it like after a few laps. I was like, fuck. Because it took me a very long time to work that out. Actually, this setup's really good through there. The previous setup was absolute trash through there. I think that's why we're quick compared to other cars through there. Because the setup really lets you turn it in on the brakes. You can get on quite hard.
Yeah, you can. Overall, I thought this setup was pretty good. Just a little tight in some areas, but
It's really tight through here.
yeah, it is.
But it's not bad through the chicanes.
No, pretty good through the chicanes.
And it's a lot less tight than the other setup was. That was horrible. I mean, it's stable, which is why I liked it, but this is a million miles better. I think with another 4 weeks of practice, I might even be competitive in it. That's how you tell the really good drivers, though, right? I noticed in Formula 1, you know, whenever they have a new track and they all go out on practice, they're all on a new track, they've never been there before, it's in no simulators because it's brand new. First practice session, every single time, Lewis Hamilton's a second a lap quicker than everyone else, sometimes more. And gradually over the course of the weekend they catch up to him. But that's how you tell which your best drivers are. Because they go bang, snap, pick it up straight away.
Yeah.
And they find the limits.
Right side. Clear on the right.
I'll never forget, like, the first lap time, he was like a second and a half. I can't remember what track it was. And he was a second and a half quicker a lap than his teammate in the Friday practice. And then by the qualifying, there was 2 tenths in it.
Everybody caught up.
Exactly. Well, they probably just went and watched him. They have all the telemetry now, don't they? Of all the other drivers. So Harvick never wins anymore because everyone copied what he was doing.
That's right.
Seems a bit harsh to me, making that available to everybody. I don't think that's good. I mean, I guess they don't want... Probably why Jimmy Johnson's not as good anymore. So, like, suddenly they know how he sets his car up. 'Cause he set his car up different, didn't he? He set it up really free, and then... everyone's kind of caught up with it.
Yeah, well, and these next-gen cars have changed a lot, too. That's why Tony Stewart got out. He didn't like the way they drove.
Oh, no. It's stupid. I mean, Kyle Busch was one of the most outspoken people. And it shows how good he is that he still won the championship.
Right.
He's still able to set himself apart even in cars which are designed to let any old monkey run up front.
That's right.
I was actually going to look and research online how many championships Kyle Busch would have won if it still had the old points system. Because in my mind I'm convinced that he'd be at least a 7-time champion. Guy's in a different league.
His attitude gets in his way.
Yeah. He's so competitive, isn't he?
Yeah.
I bet when he plays his kids at board games, he's like, well, he argues about the rules and like, says they cheated and it's like bitching when he loses. Like, you can't talk to him for the rest of the day after he loses at Hungry Hippos.
You're probably right. That's what happens when you don't have to work for anything.
Yeah. Well, his teammates don't smack talk. Apparently he's quite good with his teammates. He doesn't like hold back, does he?
No.
I think when he goes out on the track, the redness comes down. I think he's just frustrated whenever he doesn't have a car he can win in.
You got a slow car on the left.
Fair enough.
Yeah, nobody likes to have a car that can't win, but it's going to happen to all of us.
He's had it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, Gibbs was a terrible one inside, but you still won races every year. Mind you. It took a while for Toyota to come up to speed. Right. It doesn't say who's the regular season champion every year. I'm trying to find it.
There was a website that was doing it. I don't remember what it is, though.
I think that's a far more accurate guide to who's the best driver.
I agree. At least the most consistent.
I mean, even the old chase was better than what they have now. It's just dumb. But I guess they want to be like the Super Bowl, right?
Well, they've alienated all their fans and destroyed their fan base over the last 20 years, so they had to do something.
What annoys me is people actually like all the fucking stupid changes.
The new fans do.
I hate the fucking stage racing.
Me too.
Oh, it ruins it. Ruins it. Because what's brilliant about NASCAR is they have long races, you get comers and goers, you get like... It's like watching Le Mans, right? It's like they've divided the Le Mans into hour-long stages. It wouldn't be the same race, would it?
Nope. They take
the
away
plus
the reward for the people who are good at conserving and managing their fuel and tires.
Yeah, exactly. The ones who look... But, and all the other problem with that is the cars are so bulletproof as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure how much difference it would make anyway. But I always like watching the long runs. It's the most fun thing to watch. Like the last race I went to watch at Bristol was 2016 when it was still the old system. I just remember watching all the cars running their lines and how Carl Larson was running a completely different line to everyone else, and actually on old tyres, cars through the field. Crazy.
Yeah, before they repaved Bristol, it was a really fun track to watch. I actually raced Bristol in 2009.
Oh, awesome. What did you race in?
Late models?
But they got a lot of grip there, haven't they, the lane?
Yeah, you can almost flat-foot it.
That'd be awesome.
We were faster
I'd
in
imagine it.
late models than the Cup cars were.
I'd imagine it's fucking terrifying to race there as well, though.
There's a lot of G-forces there.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's terrifying in the sim. That must be hell of an experience though, running a track like that.
It was pretty awesome. I had to do basically the same thing there that I did here. I got 20 laps of practice before the race. I was working for a NASCAR team, so I was going back and forth from the NASCAR garage to the late model garage. So I was working and racing the same weekend.
How'd you do in the end?
Started 36th, finished 8th.
Pretty good.
I wrecked in qualifying. Had a sway bar hind brake.
Damn. That's a pretty good run though.
Yeah, it was good.
I love that track. I love that place. It's kind of just cool. It's just a really cool place.
Yeah, there's nothing else like it.
That's why I wanted to go to Bristol, because
At Christmas time, they set up a Christmas light display, and you can actually drive on the track.
I know. People are going their pickups.
Yeah, I only live like maybe an hour and 20 minutes from there.
Oh, okay. So it's right in the middle of that. Darlington's near. All the tracks are kind of close by right now, aren't they?
Yeah. Rockingham, Darlington. I raced Rockingham once too.
Rockingham's not there anymore, though, is it?
It's there. It's just not on the schedule anymore. It's the track still looks really nice. That's one of the tracks they should have left on the schedule.
I don't think they like doing short tracks, do they?
No, they want all these cookie cutter tracks.
It'd be nice to get rid of. I think all the drivers would prefer racing Rockingham to, I don't know.
California, or Chicagoland, or Kansas.
First one that comes to mind. I think the drivers hate that place, don't they?
Yeah.
I went to a race there. It was quite cool.
Which one, California?
Yeah. It would have been cool if Jimmy Johnson. It was 2008, so Jimmy Johnson just fucking walked off with it, obviously.
That's, yeah.
No matter how many debris cautions they threw, he'd just drive off from the field again. But that was the first one obviously I've only been to a couple of them over here, but it was only going there live I could appreciate the true insanity of the sport. Like, how little grip the cars have, and they're just like drifting through all the corners, even on fresh tyres. And they're doing 200 miles an hour, and you're drifting into a corner.
Yeah, it's a whole different experience seeing it in person.
I couldn't quite believe what I was watching. Obviously, after 4 hours, that wore off.
You stand down there and see all the cars come by and see how fast they really are going.
Yeah, I went up to the fence. I had to take my hat off before I did that. I don't think my girlfriend at the time was as into it as I was, to be fair. I think she was as excited as I was for the first 10 minutes.
Then it wore off.
By the time the sun went down, she really wanted to go back to the hotel, yeah. She was like, what, they're starting again? Yeah, they have a lot of starts, it's more fun that way. There was a small piece of newspaper on the track, they had to call a caution. At least they don't do that anymore.
Right.
But, up on the flag stand they spotted, there's a small piece of rubber just outside the racing groove. We're gonna have to call a caution here, guys.
A hot dog wrapper.
And Jimmy Johnson is 20 seconds ahead of the field.
Right.
And I guess stage racing, they've just come out and said it, haven't they? Nah, we have to do this. So I guess in a way it's the same fucking thing, right?
Pretty much the same thing.
They never let a race go green.
On your right. Stay right there. Still there. Clear on the right.
It's Robert Thim. I remember you were racing him earlier.
I passed the car.
He's even slower. I know. Like, I think that's the first one we've gone by.
It's the first one I've gone by in this stint.
No, I didn't go by any.
I'm running threes pretty consistently without pushing super hard.
Yeah, these are good lap times. These are actually good lap times, trust me. Oh dear. Yeah, his car's ruined. Utterly ruined.
We got the good out of it.
No, the guy in front of you, his car's even worse than that guy. Or maybe it just sounds bad because it's a Ford. I think they just sound like they're fucked anyway.
Why did they choose to run the BMWs? Do you know?
Don't know. Have driven the Ferrari up to this point. I guess it's cool. Don't know.
Do you run the same setups for each car?
Right side.
Nah, I think they've all got like different set. The cars are all different. They have like different. When you run the regular endurance races, like the single person ones, they have like fuel penalties and things like that because they're all different. I think
Okay.
They all have to have different setups.
I
But
know
when you
it's
sign
a
up
proper
for,
noob
like,
question.
fuel driving schools, they're all on there. No, I mean, like with the NASCAR, the Cup cars, I think they're all identical, just different skins.
Yeah, they should be.
It's a fair question. But then they are in real life, so.
Right?
Well, the engines might be slightly different. But since they limited them all, it doesn't really make any difference anyway.
Yeah. It was different in the 80s.
Those cars are great.
That was, yeah, that
Have
was
you
when it was
tried them?
cool. No, not yet. I want to.
I mean, you probably won't find it very realistic. I'm going to tell you that in advance. But who cares if it's fun, I guess.
That's right.
Oh, they pitted. They're putting the shit guy in the car.
Good.
Not a fucking shit driver in the car. You, sorry. You've got one more lap. I guess you knew that.
I just checked it, like, right when you said that.
And then you go head to head with Loss and a shit driver.
I'm okay with that.
Sorry, it's a bit rude. But he's terrible. You'll probably catch him. I hope he's in for a triple.
Me too. Are you
Right,
gonna
yeah,
have to
they
do
won't
it?
do it.
You're gonna have to do 2.5 at the end, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could do a third if you really want to. But
It's
I'm
up to
quite
you.
happy doing it. I'm happy doing it. I'm happy doing a triple. I just done a triple, so I was ready to do 4.
I wasn't gonna do that to you.
I was just gonna drive until someone showed up, but I after my second stint, I was like, I just want to make it clear for the benefit of Jordan, we have not retired the car. Just in case you got on for fuck it, and then went back to bed. There's a limit to a man's concentration, I think.
What I don't understand is how we get optional repairs when we don't hit anything.
Yeah, you haven't hit a thing. Maybe it's the curbs, but I don't think you've really hit any curbs.
I haven't even
Yeah.
had a off track this run.
Oh no, it's been really clean. Much cleaner than my stint. I got all over the place when we took the milk.
Well, in fairness, you were trying to figure out what we had left.
Nah, I mean the end of that stint, I've got no excuses. I just missed all my braking zones. Well, lap times weren't horrible for it. Although it's hard to tell because of all the I was still running falls. And there are like 5 laps on that last stint where I broke out the chicane before the start line and didn't get a lap time, so...
I had a couple of those.
5.
That's how most of my runs have been.
Yeah. I was trying to find the speed there because I was saving. I'm not fucking saving. Gonna rag it. I'm looking forward to you pitting so I can do the spreadsheet again.
That's so exciting, isn't it?
That's such fucking loser. Oh, hang on though. This is that 287 you're coming in. I could do that in advance.
I think it'll say 288 when I hit pit road.
Oh yeah, well that'll be your out lap, won't it? Nah, it's right. Trust me. Pay attention. You've got to do this in a minute. So we remain in 30th place. Oh, we won't be. We'll be 29 over the line, but it's just a pit cycle, so I'll leave it.
No additional repairs.
God, no. Don't even bother. Just leave it. It's rebellious.
There wasn't any.
Oh shit, I've got lag on mine from where you are. That's weird. I noticed that earlier actually. When I had that incident on my run when that guy drove into me, I'd already saved it and you guys were like, no! There's lag from the actual driver to the other people. So I'd already saved it and was halfway through the corner and you guys were like, oh my god, oh you saved it! It's like, okay, there's definitely lag there. Funny actually.
It is funny. Yeah, it's pretty amazing seeing the difference in night and day. Alright. We're going out for our final stint of this year's 24 hours. Final fuel run.
Already calling 6:35 as your out time. Alright.
On the left. Clear. Left side. Clear.
Yeah, because the last stint at the moment is 20 minutes. So it really, even if we, what's 420s? Yeah, even if we only do 13 laps in every single stint, it's still not going to be more than one fuel load. So we don't need to save.
Okay.
In fact, I didn't need to save on the last stint. It was completely pointless. Oh well, never mind. Oh wow. It's saying that he's behind you. I think he crashed.
He might have. We had a good stop too, though.
Terrible driver. You gained a spot.
I like it.
Yes. I'm gonna put that 29 as your 8th position. I have faith in Last on a shit driver doing the job for us. He's terrible.
I don't think I raced with him.
On the first stint, after the car was wrecked, I made at least 40 seconds on him. And then I caught him on the last lap and I had to follow him into the pits, and he went into the pits really slowly. He barely made the chicane. But then I noticed that I had 40 seconds of other damage. We got him, we got the Frenchman.
I like it.
I feel for those other guys, because they've obviously got this mate of theirs who's crap. But they have to give him a go.
Yeah, they had one
They were
really
like-
fast guy. There was one guy that flew by me and left me.
Yeah, they're actually, most of them are pretty good, but they've got one mate, like, he hasn't done any practice. It's not very good anyway. I don't know, maybe he's got trouble at home.
Maybe.
And he's crashed the car for them. He's probably the one who crashed it in the first place, which is why they're so far back.
Also possible.
Shame. Right, where is he?
I think we're coming up on another car we can pass. So that's good.
Really? Oh, I've got him a lap ahead. Hang on a minute. Maybe it's just a leader between him and us. My God, I was saying I was bad missing the chicane. The last guy driving this French car missed it on 6 occasions.
Oh,
so
wow.
he beats me. He won. Yeah, this guy, right? He did 416, 416, 411, 420, 416, 416, 416, 415, 410, 416, 418, 419.
Yeah, that's
This
bad.
driver. He's fucking terrible. And his mates are all good. Good crap.
He must be somebody's brother.
Must be somebody's boyfriend. How are they so far behind though? I'm trying to find out what happened to them. There's no big... Oh. I think he's brought it home clean though. I think someone else crashed it. I think the really quick guy crashed it.
Full car on the right.
I love these little stories of them on. Right, let's see where this other car is. Oh my God, they are not on the track.
Are they fixing damage?
They're not even on the track, they're not anywhere. They quit.
The
28!
Frenchman?
No, the guy's ahead.
Oh, nice.
That's why we're catching them. Yeah, they have left the fucking building. So now we're ahead of where we were before the 30-minute damage. Never give in. And we might even get a positive I rating out of it now.
We might.
Yeah, we're gonna have to rely on people crashing into the scenery though.
Yeah, it's the only way we're gonna pick off any positions.
Fortunately, the guy behind us, he's 37 seconds behind, but he's at least 10 seconds a lap slower, so he should build up an impregnable advantage. Fucking hell. How can you even be that bad?
Oh no.
He must be like a charity team or something.
It must be.
It's probably like some disabled kid with no arms controlling it with his feet or something.
Stay right there.
Everyone's like, that's amazing. He might be on national TV. Here we are, taking a piss out of him. Right. I'm gonna go and chill and get a drink and all that shit.
Sounds good.
Be back shortly
Alright.
to chat shit, you know.
That's right. Still running 403s, so that's about all the setup has, or the car has left in it for me. This has definitely been a pretty cool experience running this race. Definitely want to do it again. Up to 28th position. We're pretty much mid-pack, which isn't bad considering the wrecks that a couple of us had. Still 403s. Like I said, I think that's all that I can get out of it. Maybe a 402 and a perfect lap. Yeah, there's a 402. Even with a little bobble there at the end. Got about 9 laps of fuel left. This one should be another decent lap here. Another 402. After so many laps, you just kind of go into a daydream mode, just like a zombie mode. Everything's muscle memory. Yeah, there's a 401. I did find more speed. If you're just joining, throw something in the chat there. Lots of straightaway time here. This race has definitely been a good workout. If you're just joining and wondering why we're back in 28th, we did have a couple of wrecks in the overnight stints. I think it was about 50 or so minutes worth of damage. So we're a little bit off pace, not too far. Maybe 4 seconds a lap.
Oh shit, you just did a 401.
Yeah.
You kind of braking plans then, yeah?
Yep. I did like 3 402s and then a 401.
It's so, you have to brake so fucking late, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You are a quick study, my friend.
I try.
But no one else has crashed, sadly.
Nope.
Shit, you lapped, shit Frenchman. Have you?
I haven't seen him, but I don't know what they've been doing.
I think he's a lap behind him. Maybe they pitted him because he was so slow. They were like, look man, you gotta
Maybe.
stop driving, you lost a minute.
They said he's done.
He lost a minute and a half on you.
And we haven't had any issues, so.
Just really what happened to the one. Shit.
Do they put a different driver in?
No, apparently the guy who's in the car, they're a lap ahead, but his computer suddenly minimised the client, so he just had to slam the brakes on. Unfortunately, it was alright. Fucking hell. Well, those guys must be fucking good. They must be the elite drivers at Donkey Pop, right?
Must be.
Because even the lap times they were running were quicker than anything I've seen in practice.
What are they running?
They were running 322s in the NMP1.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen much better than that. I guess that's why they're winning.
Probably so.
We saw them fucking crash. No, he's still going.
Whew, that was close.
Ah, shit.
That was literally my first bobble of this stint.
I know, it's been so... Oh! Are you talking about... I'm seeing this about a minute behind.
It was going into Armage, but
Yeah, through Indianapolis, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that about 15 seconds after that happened. How the fuck can I drive given... I guess it resyncs if I get in the car.
Yeah, it should be. I'm starting to get a little free now.
I think that's probably just where you warmed the tyres up when you locked it.
Probably.
I'll just go easy for it. It go easy for about half a lap until they cool down a bit. Mind you, it looks like it's ridiculous. Is that okay now?
I ran a 407. Now I'm like the Frenchman.
I can hear your lap times, right? And they happened ages. I'm going to log out and log back in again if you don't mind.
Go for it.
I'm so far out of sequence, it's disturbing.
We're almost out of fuel, but it looks like we'll make it to the end.
Got about 5 laps of fuel left.
I was going to say, do you want to run the very last stint, the one to the flag?
Good morning, Harper.
Or are you doing something else? So I don't mind if you want to run it. I'm happy to run it, by the way. I was just wondering if you wanted to.
I'd love to, but I'll probably be doing something else. We got a Father's Day cookout today. So.
Oh, nice. Jealous.
Otherwise, I would. I would have loved to have finished it.
Yeah, I just thought, I don't want to hog the stint, you know. Because obviously it costs so much fun to drive like that. But fuck it. I've now got experience of doing it in triples, so
Good morning, Harper.
I'm fine doing now. Shit, now I've got to wait 2 hours for them to load. I cannot find a list of NASCAR regular season champions anyway. I almost think they wouldn't want us to see that sort of information.
Trying to see a list of what?
NASCAR regular season champions.
Oh, you're still trying to find
I
that?
think it'd be interesting. Oh no, I went away and had some lunch. I'm not really trying. I'll try properly. Doing something else. Fuck. I'm watching Ken. No, I'm not watching Ken too. Right, fuck.
You were way behind.
Okay, the race director has finished sending me the current lap information. Good. Oh shit, it's all fucked up. At least I can see you.
When I was watching Ken, he was disappearing a lot.
Well, when I press the timing boxes, it's got... I press F3 and it's got a load of question marks. I press F2 and it starts talking about a joker. Oh, it's come up now. It just took a while to load. I don't think Iracing is running perfectly. God, Anthony Jacobson's in the car again. Oh, he went on a... He was causing chaos at the start.
Where are they at?
30 seconds back. Disappeared off the relative actually. To be fair, after his dodgy start, he chilled out a lot. I think he realised it's a marathon, not a sprint.
No reason to go crazy on the start.
He's pushing hard.
On your right. Clear on the right.
He slowed a little bit from an early pace. Might have burned the tires up just a little bit.
Relax, I better suit up.
Better get your shoes on.
I've seen all the top sim races racing socks apparently. You do.
laps of fuel left. And then we'll hand it over to John and let him finish this thing. A little wide there. That's what got us in trouble in Stint 2.
Oh, you know what? I think we've got another one that's gone out. Hang on. No. So the car behind us is also on the Mulsanne, but in front of us. So this is good.
We're in the same lap.
You're catching them to lap them.
Good.
You might even get them before you change, because it's that really terrible driver. But I think he'll be in the lap before you. So yeah, he'll be in this lap, I think. I thought the guys in front had a problem because they're only one lap ahead now, but they seem to be running okay. Yeah, if we hadn't had that 30 minutes, we'd be running probably 23rd or 22nd. So it's not a big difference.
Plus my 11 and Ken's 12.
We don't talk about those. We take those as red.
They don't count.
They've been gone. No, because it was when I got on this morning and I stepped away for 5 minutes, and then when I came back on, they were in the garage again. I'm like, what the fuck? All I did was boil the kettle, for God's sake.
Yeah, that was kind of a fluke deal for Jerry too. The car just sitting in the track there.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna blame Jerry for that one.
Yeah.
I had the same thing on my sim, but I got away with it. And it was also out of a slow corner, rather than through one of the fastest ones, where you can't really move the car around. Because if you brake in those corners, the car goes straight anyway, so you can't really do anything about it.
Yep, you're right.
It's like a literal. It's literally like a train wreck, except it's not, because obviously we're not on tracks. But
I've been fortunate with other cars. I haven't really had any issues.
I got hit on my last stint, even. I'm a magnet. I've got away with it though. I think you're pretty decisive when you're racing other people though.
Yeah.
Okay, one more lap, then you can go and enjoy your special day.
Sounds good to me. And then you get to finish this thing.
Yeah, and then it's 3 more hours and I can enjoy my special day. It's like every other day.
Go play more iRacing.
Exactly, I'll do the sprint race. Might as well, I've done the practice.
Well, now that I'm licensed up, I can start doing these sprint races with everybody too.
Yes, the IMSA one you can do with C, isn't it?
Yeah.
The difference is those are 40 minutes, I think, the non ones are 60 minutes, I think. So they're basically identical series. I don't, frankly, see the need for 2 of them, but you know, I don't run iRacing.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the Le Mans one has multi-class though. I think that's the difference. That is the difference. But at my iRacing, you never see multi-class. It's always, the field's always like this.
Yeah, I was surprised that we were pretty much one class in here.
I think at lower iRatings tends to be. I'm only around 1400, so
I think that's what I am.
I don't do a lot of road racing. And the road racing I have done recently has been disastrous. My last race I decided it was a good idea, because I played a bit of Project Cars 2, right? And I was hill towing with some of the older cars. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to apply this to the Mazda MX-5. So I did some practice, I got down to an acceptable time, I entered one of the races. And the standard of driving, oh my god.
I hate those cars.
Oh, they're nasty to drive, and the people in the races are just imbeciles.
Yeah, they are.
And I got crashed into about 4 times. I've got 12x in the race, so I ruined my safety rating, and I finished like 8 or something. So I think I dropped 50 I rating as well.
I started on the pole at one of those races and won and still had 12. Because the cars behind you just hit you every time they get close to you.
Yeah, they use you as a brake. Oh no, I was racing with someone, I was up the inside of them, and they like obviously pushing too hard, drop a wheel on the curb, drive into me, put me in a wall. And then I get back on the track, and next guy in line just drives in the back of me in a braking zone. I'm like, okay, this is how it is it?
And if you're much faster normally than the other drivers, it's hard to get away from them still in those cars.
Yeah. Yeah, especially, you know, if you pass them and then there's another braking zone, they're just gonna dive bomb. Yeah, and the toes worth a lot, isn't it? Though. Yeah, I'm not going to race them again. I've learned my lesson. And because I'm a B class, like, it takes so much more safety rating off you.
Yeah.
I should get that back though, after this. Right,
Boxing.
let's finish this thing. Take it home. Good run, man. That was awesome.
Thank you.
It was nearly perfect.
No off tracks. That's what I was shooting for.
Did you get no off tracks?
Yep, no off tracks.
Fucking awesome. Your safety rating's going to go through the roof. I can't say the same for my stints.
I'm out.
I'm in.
That's
Go
it,
get 'em.
go.
Bring it. I'm just going to cruise around. All I've got to do is not crash and hope other people do. The French are never going to catch me. The guys lost
No.
a lap just by putting that guy in the car. They've lost a lap and a half.
Yeah, they have. Wow, that's crazy.
I know. They were ahead of us when he got in, and now they're nearly a lap down. Understand how anyone can do that, so crazy.
All right, guys. Well, hey, I appreciate you all watching. That was our final stint of
thanks
this
for-
year's
thanks for coming on.
24 Hours
We've
Le
got this
Mans.
done.
I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my
I want a
Father's Day with my
statue
family.
in
So,
the Discord.
if you like what you saw, subscribe, hit that like button, share it, hit that
Can you- Jordan,
little bell
you still there?
icon, and we'll see you on the next stream.
Can you do the spreadsheet? It's have you got the link to it?